How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper. My goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading, whether the price is going up or down. Texas lawmakers vote to include use of digital currencies in state's Bill of Rights. Today, they voted overwhelmingly in favor of an update to the state's Bill of Rights to include the right to own, hold, and use digital currency. The bill, HJR 146, states that the right of the people to own, hold, and use a mutually agreed upon medium in exchange, including cash, coin, bullion, digital currency, or script, when trading and contracting for goods and services shall not be infringed. No government shall prohibit or encumber ownership of holding any form or any amount of money or other currency, reads the document, which received 139 votes in favor and only 2 against. So what this means is if the government decides to say you can't own cryptocurrency, in Texas you can. If they say you can only have 200,000 and they impose a CBDC, well, in Texas you can have 300,000 if you want. SEC serves Bitcoin mining firm Marathon Digital with subpoena again. Bitcoin mining firm Marathon Digital Holdings said it received a subpoena from the US SEC related to alleged violations of security laws. Marathon has specified that its disclosure controls and procedures were not effective at the reasonable assurance levels as of March 31st, 2023. Financial statements or disclosures would not be prevented or detected on a timely basis. So they're basically saying that there's an issue with their balance sheets because they weren't reporting properly, so they need to become complacent. CleanSpark eyes expansion plans ahead of Bitcoin halving. With Bitcoin prices still slumped since this time last year, CleanSpark took the time during this last earnings call to assure investors that the firm's financial health is good. According to statements provided by CleanSpark Inc., the US-based Bitcoin mining company doubled the number of Bitcoin mined last quarter compared with Q2 of last year, but its revenue increased only 14%. You may say, well, how is that possible? They say, well, Bitcoin's worth 22,700, where this time last year it was worth 41,000, so Bitcoin was almost worth twice as much. So that's why they don't have quite as much revenue as you'd expect, but they're still profitable because they're mining twice as much. So they're mining $82,000 worth of this time's last year's coins. So onto the charts. Bitcoin dominance is falling off a cliff, but remember we still have that wick. RSI is kind of flattening out, money flow is coming out, our stochastic looks like we might try to curl sometime in the next few candles, our VWAP is trying to head up, but it's slightly starting to curl out, so if it starts to curl out here and give more bearish action, our medium term could start to push us down even further. Over on our total, we've pretty much taken our full move down multiple times at this point. We have all these wicks. I'm surprised we haven't gotten some sort of support here. Our money must just be rolling right into altcoin or our stable coins rather than to Bitcoin and Ethereum. But you can see we're getting pretty oversold, so that might not last for too much longer unless we have more negative action. RSI is heading down, stochastic's starting to curl, our money flow is coming out, VWAP could reject this neutral zone, so our medium term could get a rejection here on our altcoins, so watch out for that. Our money flow was trying to curl up, but it kind of fell down. It's pretty oversold right now, so likely it will curl soon. Not gonna go to the 4 hour. So over on Bitcoin, get rid of that. We have broken our golden pocket. If we get a close under our golden pocket and we don't get some green candles to kind of push us forward, then it's likely we'll hit this 25k area where our next support would be. Stochastic's pretty oversold, but it could still drop further and just stay in this area for quite some time. RSI is starting to fall pretty aggressively, money flow is starting to round out pretty aggressively, VWAP's starting to curl away, and our momentum is still coming out. It wanted to try and curl, but it's starting to straighten out and come down a little harder. Over on the 4 hour, we are getting higher lows on our momentum, even though price is getting lower lows, so that is good for us. That's a bullish divergence that could help us get a little bit of a bounce, but this is the golden pocket area. We did get a volatile move out above it, so it's likely we could volatilely just drop away from it. Stochastic's falling away, RSI is falling, Money flows in the bearish territory and starting to curl away. It was trying to inch up just slightly. Our VWAP is trying to head up. So we have some signals trying to push us up, but most of our signals are dropping here on the 4 hour. Over on the 2 hour, we have a double green down, our momentum, and it could curl up. Money flow is starting to come back down and make lower lows, so that's not too good. RSI is losing its ground. Stochastic wants to make a bullish run, but if it doesn't get above that 30 and get the strength, then we're still in the bearish zone and will continue to fall. Over on the 1 hour, Stochastic's starting to fall away, RSI is kind of going flat, money flow is rejecting away. We tried to cross 2 times, got rejected. Momentum looks like we could curl away and start to fall away, and our VWAP's starting to curl under and could hit this neutral line and break through. So we're not looking too positive on these lower time frames, which could bring the higher time frames even further down. Futures, we haven't made any new gaps, so no cause for any other rise ups besides the other 2 we've covered before. Over on graph, we are getting a bearish engulfing candle. So we aren't getting that rounding bottom. That's why it's nice to wait for a confirmation candle. That way you know you get that. You don't want to just get this kind of a rejection. But if you're okay with dollar cost averaging, which is where you buy in a little over time and you don't worry about your price and you know your price will go up over time, then you'll be safe and sound. Not financial advice, but that's one of the best strategies to use. RSI is falling, Stochastic's starting to round, money flows rejecting away, VWAP could reject away from the neutral zone. Momentum wanted to curl up, but it looks like it's starting to get drug out over here. Over on the 4 hour, our money flow is well into the bearish territory, Stochastic's falling sharply, RSI is pretty flat. VWAP wants to round up, but we'll have to see if it can get some more momentum. Our momentum wants to round up, but kind of going pretty straight, so we could curl away, kind of like we have before. So just bear that in mind. Stochastic's trying to get a little bit of a bullish cross, but it could start to curl away here. RSI's slipping away. Money flows in the bearish zone. VWAP's bearish. Momentum wants to come up, but our money flow is not in the bullish territory, so our trend is bearish. Money flows in the bearish territory here on the 1 hour. We were bullish, did manage to stand our ground, but we just slid away and broke down. RSI is falling away, Stochastic's starting to round off. Our momentum's starting to curl away, so we could get some more further downside. Our further price targets, possibly around this 10-cent level. If we break that, maybe 10.5. And we'd have to go pretty far back to about 9.7, so those would be about your next couple of spots to look out for here on graph. Over on the daily on Anchor, we are breaking our value area low, so we did not go toward this value area low. Again, why you want to wait for confirmations. RSI is pointing away, Stochastic's starting to curl away, money flow wanted to come up but it's heading down very aggressively. Our VWAP wanted to come up but just riding under that neutral zone. And our momentum wanted to come up, but it's just getting drug around too. 4 hour, we are getting higher lows on momentum, lower lows on price, bullish divergence. Stochastic looks like it wants to curl and give us some more strength. Our RSI is trying to fight. We're just above that neutral zone, so we're just barely bullish on the RSI. If that Stochastic can get above that, that would push in some more of a decent move for bullish action. Our money flow overall inched away today, and we are kind of flat. Momentum's coming down pretty sharply. It does look like it could try to curl in the next few candles, but we'll have to see if we actually get the strength to do so. Over on the 2 hour, our RSI is falling down. Stochastic's trying to run up, but it's kind of wavering that it could start to curl, so watch out. Our money flow overall is falling away. VWAP's trying to break bullish. We'll have to see if it can get some strength. Our momentum has that double green dot, so if that can curl up and give us some strength, we may be able to push through this bearish action. Over on the 1 hour, our Stochastic's starting to round away. RSI is kind of rounding away. Our money flow wants to come back up. Our momentum is trying to come back up, but watch out if it starts to round here. some further breakdown points. Sorry, I didn't do that for anchor. So we're right around here. We'll go on the daily real quick. It'll be a little quicker and easier to see. So we are right around this area. We've had multiple touches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this zone. So our next zone could be around here, around the bottom of our fib area. So if we break through this 2-3 area, 2-2, we could fall around to this 1-7 area. So just bear that in mind. Our XRP, not really breaking down as aggressively as the other two coins are. XRP and Algo are actually holding pretty well comparatively. RSI and Stochastic are pretty bearish, starting to fall. Money flow doesn't know where it wants to be on the daily. VWAP wants to go bullish, but it's struggling. Our momentum looks like it wants to curl up, but it's struggling as well. Over on the 4-hour, our Stochastic looks like we could start to curl here. RSI is trying to point up with a green dot, so that could help push us forward with this bullish divergence. Money flow is kind of heading away though, so watch out for that. And our VWAP is trying to head up, so we are trying to get some signals to push us forward, so we may get some sort of a bounce off of here and maybe hit this resistance level, at which point we'd have to assess if we have a bullish trend or not. Our Stochastic's running up, RSI is running up, our money flow is rejecting away though, so money flow is slightly coming out on the lower time frames. VWAP's heading up, momentum wants to come up, but it's looking like it might try to curl, so watch out for that. Just remember this golden line around that 38 cent, it would be our next support. Stochastic's kind of starting to round here on the 1-hour. RSI is kind of rounding, VWAP's starting to round, money flow is in the bullish territory, so that is good. We've been bullish for a while. We tried to break bullish or bearish, rejected, and managed to come back up, but we are going flat, so watch out if we start to curl back down and we do break down. So currently the 1-hour is bullish. We'll have to see if that can leach into the higher time frames to push them forward. Momentum's trying to curl up as well. Over on Algo, last but not least, we have pretty bad bearish engulfing candle. Not quite as bad losses as the other coins, but it didn't really get as good gains either. RSI is pointing away, Stochastic's starting to curl away, money flow's rejecting away, but not quite as bad as our other coins. Our VWAP's just riding under that neutral zone. Our momentum's just getting dragged around under the oversold area. Over on the 4-hour, Stochastic wants to make a bullish cross up sometime soon. We'll have to see if that can keep going and actually confirm. We do have a green dot on RSI, so our RSI is trying to head up. We don't... Very slight lower lows with lower highs with momentum, so that bearish or bullish divergence is there here as well. So we have that bullish divergence on almost every coin. Our VWAP is trying to head up. Momentum's trying to curl up. Over on the 2-hour, our RSI is sliding away. Stochastic's trying to push forward. Looks a little stronger than our other coins, but we could just begin some volatility in right now. Our money flow looks like it wants to break down. Keeps touching that neutral zone and not really getting much lift off of it. So watch out for that. If it just falls flat here, we may start another bearish downtrend. RSI is kind of pointing away. Momentum wants to come up with a green dot, so we could come up, but just watch out. Stochastic's starting to curl away, RSI is starting to curl away, VWAP's starting to curl away on the 1-hour. Our money flow is rejecting into the bearish trend, and we are starting to push away from the neutral, so I keep an eye on the next couple of candles. Our momentum wave is starting to curl away, so we may get a red dot that will invalidate this double green dot, so watch out for that as well. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a wonderful night.